more importantly, of course, because it's a big popular actor involved, what should be the do's and don'ts as far as investigation is concerned, and also to look at the background into this as well, because as far as Darshan is concerned, he's been charged with domestic violence as well in the past. There's so much that really comes into the picture. Let me go straight across first to Advocate N.S. Napinai. If you could tell us here, now, in this particular case, the cops have already sought police custody, and when you're dealing with a sensitive case like this, when you're dealing with a high-profile case like this, what are the main aspects that the police should be aware of, and what are the do's and don'ts from the legal side and from the policing side here? Napinai.
Well, Deepak, it doesn't matter who the accused is. The law is expected to work the same. So when you look at a case like this, the procedure is usually that first there is an inquiry conducted, and based on the investigation and the information culled out in investigation, police will seek further arrests and police custody, etc. So the distinction between what is police custody and judicial custody is that where a person is arrested, they will be remanded as an under trial. That is a judicial custody, where they ask for custody with the police for investigation purposes. That's the distinction in terms of police custody. So in this particular case, it is a little sad the way the whole process has come about. We cannot comment on the case per se because we don't have the facts of the case before us. But all that I can say is that the investigative process is expected to move in a manner which is uniform, irrespective of who is involved. But when it is somebody who is a celebrity or a well-known person, usually there is a lot of care and caution that is exercised so that it does not become a law and order issue.
Okay, and we earlier saw as well, Napina, we saw police resorting to lathi charge too, because we had fans of this actor really, gather in huge numbers, started to shout slogans as well. That's something that we saw a little while ago. And more, I'd also try to bring in Dr. Nisha Khanna to try and understand two aspects here, Dr. Khanna, that you probably couldn't comment on. Firstly, yes, as of now, very sketchy preliminary details. But based on what we have, this crime allegedly took place because of social media posts that were put up against the actor and somebody who was very close to him. Now, what is how much of an impact does social media also really have? Because if this was put up on social media, actors, of course, are used to positive and negative comments. But to take it to this level, that is a serious issue that needs to be looked into.
I would say definitely the social media plays in our life today's world is very important role. But definitely when you are at a particular strata, or especially at the celebrity level, you are used to such sort of comments, or if someone pass on you and someone makes some comments related to your personal life, they are used to. But I have personally done certain cases of some celebrities who are getting bogged down with such sort of comments, and they actually get disturbed by this. So it's very common that people can get disturbed, but at what level they can get disturbed that the person can think of or planning for something that you can't say or we can't say right now. Because the people who make comments, they don't know anything ABCD about their personal lives, how they work. And definitely their life is also very, because to make everyone happy in their surroundings, it's very difficult. Even numerous times we have saw that sometimes even the celebrities also misbehave with their I would say the audience, with the public, because sometimes they don't want to get clicked. They do not want to talk. They have their own certain sort of mood swings. They want rest. Sometimes they even actually don't have their personal lives. And some people, when they do not have any idea about what they are going through, how they are thinking or what they are thinking, what personally they are, when they comment on them, people takes on heart. It's very normal. They are also human beings. So if this person, I think so, we are talking about this Renuka, he made certain comments about, I would say, the loved or the partner of this Darshan. So we don't know at what level this person took it on heart, whether the girlfriend or the wife or the lover or the friend, whatever the relationship they are sharing. But at what level it deeply got hurt, how sensitive the person is, whether the person is because certain times person take things on heart and it emotionally disturbs them. Even myself, I've done certain cases where celebrities actually put their accounts on off from social media, even they are big shots, and they are saying it that
Yeah.
public is commenting on something which has no correlation with the reality. And basically they sometimes even not get sleep, even they have to put them on their sleeping pills and all. And it's very common, but definitely we have to understand their job is totally such sort of that, where they are always under the spotlight of the public, where people knows what they are doing and people expect them to behave in a certain way, and certain times their expectations are up to that level. When they are not performing up to the mark, and as a common man, people go and mark or say certain things which are not correct as per their value or as per their thought process. And I think so lots of time when you saw the celebrities interviews, they cried over these issues, even they are getting married, and how the public comment on what sort of clothes they are wearing, what sort of scenes
But
they are
Dr.
doing.
Khanna, there's another
They
aspect
take
to
it
look
on the
into
personal
here.
level.
It's the fans. While of course this is a matters that still under investigation, the police have to really divulge a lot of details. But like the Home Minister said, without solid evidence, they wouldn't really go ahead and get hold of a popular figure like the actor here, Darshan. And if there is any iota of doubt or evidence that they have, they need to thoroughly investigate it. And the fans of any actor, instead of mere hero worship, should really try and allow for the process of law to take its own course, because a free and fair investigation is required, because this is a life that we're talking about which has been lost. Now, popularity of the actor is on one side, his fan base is in the other. But you cannot allow the actor by any means to get away with murder. And if there is a crime that has been committed, and if they believe that the actor is at fault here, it needs to be thoroughly investigated. So how do you really deal with this hero worship of sorts? We've already seen fans gather outside of the police station, more activity on social media right now, many of them claiming that he's innocent, he's being targeted. How do you really deal with such things?